Hello, my name is Nabil Ghanem. I'm a 38-year-old man with cerebral palsy.
How has COVID-19 affected you, your family, and or your community?
Unfortunately, the pandemic this whole time has, in the beginning, affected with social isolation, where because of my respiratory problems, I had fear of even opening windows. I had fear of going food shopping. I would wear excessively panic with gloves and washing my hands. Was afraid to touch everything. People would cough and I'd be scared that they had the virus, and I'd go the opposite direction, and not understanding how serious the pandemic really is. And it even got so bad to where people would ask me to get a COVID test in the beginning during the holidays, or people didn't want to. Even now, people still are leery of visiting me or spending time with me because they think, oh, he's going to get sick.
Okay.
You know.
Have you been vaccinated for COVID?
Yes, quite a few times. I've also been tested for COVID quite a few times.
Okay. What was your experience getting the vaccine?
In the beginning, my experience getting the vaccine was very difficult. My pharmacies, none of them I would call had any available, or they had the limitations with the restrictions on the categories, and I would even fight to upgrade my category as a person with a disability with a compromised immune system, and in order to get the vaccine. And then I would try to call the hotline. I tried to fill out local municipal paperwork for vaccine and never got any calls. The hotline would hang up on me in the beginning. And as time went by, my pharmacy got the vaccine, and I'm probably at my third or fourth one. I was sick for about 4 days with 101 fever, but I'm alive and well and healthy.
Okay. Who or where did you get information about the COVID-19 vaccine?
Believe it or not, Luke, it was actually here at the Alliance Center for Independence in Edison, New Jersey.
Did you trust those sources? Did you trust sources?
Yes, very much so. They were very detailed in their research, in their development of resources in the state and local COVID-19 resources and so forth and so on. I wouldn't trust nobody else.
I think you touched on this before, but describe some barriers or challenges in getting the vaccine.
Barriers or challenges of getting the vaccine. I know there were times where I would go to the pop-ups of the vaccines, and there would be they wouldn't know if there was any availability, so I would stand in line. That was during getting the COVID test. I would stand in line a mile long, and sometimes they would let you in, sometimes they wouldn't. Sometimes they would say they're closed for the day. So I had some difficulties,
What about the vaccine itself?
The vaccine itself, I would say it affected me to where, like, my arm was sore, I was tired, the fever would come and go. You feel like you got the flu for a couple of days, and it really knocks the wind out of you, medically. But I feel it's better than actually, it's good to protect yourself.
Do you think it was easy to get the vaccine in your community, in your area?
I would say in the beginning, in the middle, no. Towards now, 2022, say within the last year, 6 months to a year, I would say yes.
Okay. How do you think our state and local health departments could improve communications and messages about the vaccine, particularly people in the disability community?
I think it would be important to build awareness for people with disabilities getting the vaccine, in terms of possibly creating more PSAs like this, or possibly, creating commercial like PSAs of people with disabilities getting a vaccine in their arm. Maybe they're an elderly person, maybe they're a person in a wheelchair. Maybe they could partner with other agencies such as ACI, to provide this pandemic-related, interview. And the key is to build awareness for people with disabilities that were affected by COVID, that were affected by this pandemic, such as myself.
Is there anything else you want to say about the getting the vaccine or the pandemic that you didn't share before?
There was a personal, story of, due to my health and due to the hysteria of the pandemic and the fear of the pandemic, many people left me or did not want to see me or were scared to see me. Family, friends during holidays made me get COVID test, or even my ex-girlfriend, 10 years, she automatically assumed I would get COVID first and be the first to die, be first to spread it, be first to get everybody sick, and that just wasn't the case, fortunately. It just really makes people with disabilities feel worse because we're already dealing with these isolation issues, health issues, but I think the pandemic really exacerbated or enhanced all the fear, all the hysteria, all the stereotypes of people with disabilities and health of people with disabilities in New Jersey. It's sad when, nobody wants to be near you because you got a cough, or, they think you can't breathe right, or, they think you're going to be the first to spread it to, your family members going to, a Sunday dinner,
Okay.
Yeah, it's unfortunate, but.
Nabil, I want to thank you for sharing and, providing some information for this project. Thank you very much.
You're welcome, Luke. Thank you.